Hey bud, how's it going? Well, I told you I'd get around to the XTS Model 2. I'll try to do a decent review on it. I don't have much time, but the XTS 3000 Model 2, it's a nice radio. If I were you, I would go ahead and go with the Model 3 because they do have a DTMF keypad. That DTMF keypad, it will give you more options that you can deal with, better navigation, and if you have a DTMF keypad, you can use it as a phone. So if you've got the equipment on the other end to deal with that. The difference between an HT1000 and an XTS2000, there are a lot of them. I love the HT1000s. Great radios. You can just beat the heck out of them and they'll still perform. They've got very loud audio on them. XTS 3000s have just taken up from there, and they've actually provided the user with APCO P25 capability, which is actually a mandate that has already been passed, and eventually everything's going to be digital P25s. So you know, a lot of people are bucking that, but I see that trend, and actually what I'm doing is I'm phasing out, like I said in another one of my videos I just put out, I'm phasing out these radios that are Jedis because of the P25. There's just no point in having them. They're good radios though. I mean, for what you're using them for local fire use, even reserve, not bad. They're real good radios. The flash port technology that's in an XTS 3000 and 5000 is also in the Jedi series that's an MTS 2000. And with that flash port, actually, if you can get a hold of an MTS 2000, you don't want to go P25. You've got flash port capability. You've got 48 channels as opposed to 16, and that 48 is works off your toggle switch here. You've got 3 banks of 16, which goes right up to 48. Same on the Model 1s on the XTSs. Nice thing about these XTSs is they do have an illuminated dial. They do have exaggerated controls. The radio slopes down, so you've got a lot better manipulation with your hand when you're actually using the radio. Nothing's worse than having to fumble for controls on a radio when you're trying to do something, and that happens a lot. And the first thing that I do when I get one of these radios in is I rip the knob off of it, the stock knob, and I go with an exaggerated Motorola OEM's. It's a special purpose FDNY knob. You can use it with gloves. It's just a whole lot better and a whole lot easier to use. It's just the difference between night and day. Also, if you're going to get one of these radios, something like this isn't bad to invest in, even if you're not going to use it. Something like this isn't bad to invest in because it gives you a good grip on the radio itself. And that's a grip that you don't have without it. And that even travels over to your HT1000. You can put this on an HT1000. You've got extra grip on the radio. These do have, they're just better made. They've got a larger push to talk. They've got larger controls. They're more exaggerated. You know, it does have a slope on the radio. They're just better all the way around. The flash port technology in them and the encryption is very nice. And you can actually update your firmware to do a lot of different things. And channel announcement and things like that will work very well. If you get one of these Commander mics, they're nice because you can go through the channels. You know, it's got different controls. The side controls are all the same. They just mimic the radio. and you've got your man down. You've actually got a very nice earpiece. Not many people use those earpieces, although police departments do, mainly for warrant checks, things like that. But yeah, these radios are good radios. I prefer them. They do have a concentric switch on them, and mine are actually for encryption. One's to run unencrypted, then you can turn it and run encryption on it. These aren't loaded with encryption yet, but I believe I might do that. I'm not sure. I'm just thinking about it. If I keep them, I'm going to go ahead and get some encryption on them. Anyway, they sell better actually with encryption on them. But yeah, these radios, they're good radios. Damn. Good radios. Make sure you have that turned down. Yeah, if you're going to talk on these radios, make sure you have the volume down. But yeah, they work great. They're good radios. And, you know, they sound good. Again, volume. Volume is a killer when they're close together. But, yeah, you know, you've got pretty much just firmware upgrades that you can use. You've got over-the-air IDs. You've got the signaling options. You've got a lot of different things that you don't have that you don't have with these HT1000s. You know, if it were me, if I had the money to do it, I would go with a Model 3 XTS 3000. Then I would probably, you know, the main objective would be to get an XTS 5000. Those are nice. Those have channel announcement. They've got a lot more features. They're even front programmable, front panel programmable. Some are, if they're Q52. But that's actually a software option or firmware option that you can get with the flash code. Anyway, as lame as that review is, that's really all the time I got to give for you. Yeah, you know, these radios, Model 2s are nice. They are a little limited. They're not that limited, though. There's not that much difference between the two. But if you're going to go ahead for, like, you know, I don't know, $80 more, you know, you can get a Model 3. Get a Model 3 if you're going to get one. But yeah, you know, you can just see that the controls are a lot more exaggerated, and the firmware inside and the whole radio is just completely superior. And with more departments going towards the P25, you know, it's a good idea to go ahead and get it, because these will do conventional and they will do digital. So, you know, you've got you can cover both spectrums with them. And that's pretty much it. You can have analog, you can have digital, either one. And you know, it's good. It's a good thing. So the radio you've got is a very good radio, and you can use one of these mics with this radio with your HT1000. You can use any of the pieces, well, most of the pieces, except for like batteries, that will work. A lot of these pieces are interchangeable with the HT1000s. They've made it that way, and that's nice because it doesn't cost an arm and a leg if you do have a lot of accessories. And that's a good thing. But yeah, if you're going to go for a radio, I would go for a Model 3 instead of a Model 2. Model 2s are great. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm not knocking them. But Model 3s do have that DTMF patch capability, which is awful nice. I've used them a lot for a lot of years, and that DTMF does come in use quite often. And I'm going to have to charge my batteries on one of these. But anyway, yeah, you want to know about it? I hope I gave you a good enough review on it. That's really all the time I got for it. But anyway, hey man, take care. It looks like you're doing good with that radio. The 1250. I guess you had a 1250, didn't you? There have been a couple people that I'm talking to. I think you had a 1250. Whoever wrote me, either as an HT1000 or a 1250, Same pretty much goes for the 1250 as for the XTSs. You know, if you're gonna get moved up to a P25, you need to get an XTS. So anyway, you know, for what you've got a really, really nice system. I don't think you need any other radio unless you're actually getting pushed into the P25 category. Your radio looks very good. It looks like it does the job that you need it for. And in my area and in my use, I've used those radios night and day, and I've never had a problem with them. These are heavier radios, they're bigger radios. So, you know, the trade-off is just kind of, well, you know, do you need P25 or not? But anyway, I can't remember who asked for if you had an HT1000 or if you had a 1250. I can't remember. If you had a 1250, sorry I didn't throw one in here. I don't have a 1250 with me right now. But anyway, later on, guys, take it easy. That's pretty much all the time. Sorry it went over. Later.